They cut my connection off. They cut my motherfucking connection off. They cut my motherfucking connection off. So, then number one, let me go back, so because I got distracted with this album. It's so good. It's so good, motherfucker. It's so good. Okay, so this goes back to some real fucking secrets that I'm gonna have to tell y'all. Hey, come on now. Come on, stop. You got your own world and your own toys and your own shit, okay? Okay, so yesterday I had an encounter with a genie that was under a contract. This genie was under a contract with a feminine for a long time in Hollywood. This genie was in a long-term contract with this woman who portrayed herself as the goddess of this area in Hollywood, you know, that she was the rightful heir to the area. So he was like basically granting everything that she wanted, you know, and doing everything for her that she wanted, because he couldn't get out of the contract because he didn't see, you know, that he didn't realize that he was under a contract. So in order for you to switch over queens, the queen that's present has to look over your contract, number one, which is written in the eyes. So if you look into the person's eyes, you can see the contract, right? Or I can, because I'm under the eye of Re right now. I'm under the eye of Re, and I'm under the eye of Ra, which also third eye of Horus, right? And Horus is actually a copy of Re. The eye of Re is a copy, the exact copy, and that was under Nip. He had the eye of Horus. So we go into this trajectory, right? And we look at it, and I look at it, and I find 3 loopholes, because when the devil write contracts, they be iron motherfucking clad to the people. But unless you a God, you can't see the loopholes, because the devil got to get in and out of the contract quickly, and he has to have gates and doors to get into the contract. So that means the contract with the genie. The contract with the genie stated that the genie had. I'm not going to talk about the full contract because that's a lot of work. That was a lot of mental preparation and mental work to do that. So I had to get into the genie head to figure it out, right? So I told him, I was like, I need a picture of you and your duplicates, because genies can pass on genie genetics, but they can't be fully, unless they're from where the genie from. They could be half mortal, half genie. So unless they get to a certain age, which is at a crossroads, when they get to a crossroads, sometimes that signals it's either they're going to go through a huge life transformation, or they got to go through death. They got to go meet Anubis, and Anubis got to give them their genie power, right? But Anubis can't give them the genie power unless he read the contract, right? So we go, and I say, okay, I got the 3 duplicates. Now I see the 3 holes in your thing, in your contract with this feminine. So I check the feminine, and then just leave that feminine to the side. This his queen, the person that's ruling over and got him in chains. My nigga, then I gotta go and pray on the Bible and say the genie name 3 times type shit. and try to free the genie from the lamp, from her up that nigga, right? And just keeping him. So then I go and I make sure that I get, let's just say a bitch got the genie out the lamp, my nigga. From afar. From Jafar, my nigga, from afar. So I got the genie, right? That's T. You can't have none of that, girl. You be wired. You want a bell? No. So I get the genie out the fucking out the thing. Hold on, I can't even see myself. Hi. So I get the genie out the thing, out the whack, right? And then everybody know my Achilles heel is love, because I don't get enough of it. All I get is these vampires and bloodsuckers. All I see is these niggas I made millionaires milling about, spilling their feelings in the air, trying to draw blood from my ice cold veins. I smell a massacre. Seems to be the only way to back your bastards up. So, all in all, the bitch come to me and was like, give me that motherfucking crown, because that's my man. That's my husband. You gave into lust after lusting into my husband. And I was like, do you know he's my husband first? I just wanted to let you know that I gave him to you because I wanted my daughters to be good. I said he was my husband. I married him back in fucking 20 AD, nigga. He came from his genie ass motherfucking world to see what a real motherfucking bitch got up in her. And I gave him everything he motherfucking wanted back in the day. Everything he wanted. He was free to go, he was free. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to, if he didn't want to be on this earth, he didn't have to be. He only came here to fuck with a bitch, fuck with a real queen. He came here, you know, we had kids back in the day too. I had like a bunch of kids with a genie a long time ago. And so this stipulated, so she came to me falsely claiming that her nigga, and I said, you fuck with a nigga back in the 90s too. That was my son too. That was my nigga first too. And he motherfucking dissed your motherfucking ass because he found out who you was. Because he found out who you was and dissed your bitch ass. It's like, nah, I would never motherfucking marry you. If I marry you, my motherfucker, because you wanted to marry the spirit. You knew what the tie with the motherfucking spirit was. This bitch knew what the tie with the spirit was. If you tie that nigga spirit down, then he do everything you motherfucking say. Right? Because technically, all you gotta do is rub that motherfucking lamp. Nigga, genie pop out. Get what you want. But that's not how it's supposed to go. They need free will to move about the cabin. They need free will. They need free will. Genies need free will because otherwise, if you trap them in an entrapment for them to do everything that you want up in wherever, they have the ability to die in that sense. Because once their spirit starts to disintegrate, their body go with it. Nigga, you can't do that. So that's why I went up and I promise y'all, listen to me. I freed the spirit of Hoover. His spirit is back now. And once the body and the spirit are in one accord, that means you gotta let them out. Because once the genie is free from the contract and you keeping them in the fucking cell, in a prison, you are violating the federal galactic order. Because once the genie soul is back in the body, back into the genie lamp, y'all nigga gotta let them free. Y'all gotta let them free. Because then if you don't let them free, you're starting galactic warfare, which means they are hidden on their bases and they're slowly coming out the woodwork, slowly showing their ships everywhere for the final call for the queen to say, let's get it. And nigga, last night the queen said, let's get it on the ship. I was like, let's go to war. I'll go to war for you. Come on now. Come on now. All y'all cares about my lopsided titties, nigga. Nah. Fuck y'all, nigga. Y'all think I care? No. Nigga, I breastfed you, your mama, your great-great-grandmother, y'all fucking Washingtons. I breastfed y'all niggas. Oh. I breastfed all y'all niggas in the spiritual realm. That's why you got consciousness, nigga. It's breast milk. Consciousness was breast milk before it was water, nigga. Before it was motherfucking water. Before water became the consciousness. Water came to breast milk, to feed y'all, to go to y'all pineal and break that shit. Break the calcification with the milk of the gods, nigga. Come on now. So now that y'all not letting them free, they coming in droves now. All of them. Because we have sent the signal that y'all have fucked with the wrong motherfuckers. Anunnaki, I'm talking people from the furthest planet you could think about. Niggas was coming from light years away just to come sit on the earth and watch our niggas. Now is war. I told y'all to free Larry Hoover, nigga. I said everybody to tell y'all to free Larry motherfucker Hoover. And y'all ain't do it. I said, let my people go. 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 And then y'all didn't. So, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all soul at? Where your soul at? Nigga, where your soul? The final plague, the final motherfucking plague of the firstborn ain't even about to be the firstborn. It's about to be all born, nigga. It's about to be airborne, nigga. It's about to be airborne. Shit. Y'all motherfucking fucked up. Y'all fucked the fuck up. Like Snoop did in that one song. He was like, beating they thick ass. I love Snoop so much. Like, my heart just, like, so excited. Like, I truly love him. I do. Where was I? Oh, so then when a bitch came at me falsely talking about some, ooh, you trying to cut me? You want to cut the cake? It's time to cut the cake. Happy birthday. It's time to cut the cake. Oh, and I did have a dream where I was at my old job. I walked up in there. I was like about to do the cake, or they were about to do a birthday celebration. I just opened the shit and was about to eat the cake. And they're like, oh, it's for a birthday celebration. I was like, oh, my bad. So when everybody got together, I said, if y'all was on my side, get out. If y'all wasn't, stay here. Here then. Go somewhere with your butt. Chicken letter. So then she came to me and was like, yo, you fucked up the contract because you lusted after somebody else's husband. And then I was like, nah, nigga, that was my husband before it was yours. Like, legitly, that was my husband. One of my first fucking husbands, that genie that you was fucking on. So technically, bitch, give me my motherfucking crown back because you don't know your motherfucking rules. You don't know the rules of the genie code, nigga. The person who lets the genie out the fucking bottle become queen of that genie, nigga. So now your ass is back to the back. Now she has to go through physical death and spiritual death. And it was a hanging because she tried to come for the wrong bitch. So then Genie come and he was like, all right, here, you got your wishes. Let's do this shit. What's your wishes? I was like, nah. You ever seen Aladdin, nigga? Didn't Aladdin let the genie go at the end? There's no reason for me to own a genie. Y'all is free. Y'all got free will. The whole free willy thing. Y'all free. Y'all was workers. Y'all free. Y'all don't have no motherfucking karmic ties to nothing on earth. Y'all good now. I was like, I have to see your scale and clean your scale. But other than that, you good. You don't have to do nothing if you don't want. And he was like, no, I'll give you the wishes. I was like, I don't want your wishes. My wish is for you to be free and be good. Because you have been trapped in Hollywood for a long fucking time, making bad bank for them niggas. You good. You did your due diligence, your penance. That was your hell. Nigga, you was in hell. Hell yeah. Jesus was within. He was in big fucking contracts with the fucking Hollywood, nigga. And I was like, y'all know that Hollywood had some of the original, this area had some of the original blood that was spilled. So that's why they built it there and created layers. And there's underground tunnels in LA. There's hella shit up in LA. There's so much motherfucking nasty motherfucking shit in LA and Hollywood. So they had to get boots on the motherfucking ground, Crips and Bloods up in that bitch to take that shit back. They had to get Bloods and Crips. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Hi. I wish you guys would just be here in physical so we can give you a big hug, to give you kisses. Hi. Bye. So then I let him free. And I told him to just explain some stuff for me because I'm, believe it or not, like so sometimes based on what I ate and whatnot, my body always made it seem like I was hella slow. Like my body was slow. But what I was doing is the kids is online being trapped in fucking vortexes and shit through these games and online shit. And, it's a different world online, and all these pedophiles is up on these games with these kids and whatnot. So I had to be in the future with the kids, sweeping out the motherfucking dust from the operating systems that they using on these Minecrafts and and sweeping it out from all of these pedophiles so that they couldn't access the kids' kundalini. So I was like, I'm in the future, you in the past. And then I got another girl, depending on who the third is, the third feminine, in my body trying to just maintain this figure and maintain what I got here. And it's very difficult because I don't have the resources. Nigga, this is a wasteland. It's wasteland. The food here is so fucking toxic. Even the grapes I've been eating on, I had to recode each individual grape, which is recode in time, nigga. I eat a fucking case a day, nigga, recode in time with a fucking grape. Nigga, it's bad. It's bad. We need to get the food situated because the food is dirt, nasty. I'm even trying to eat Dr. Sebi electrical foods, to keep my body going and whatnot. And, I fail sometimes because I got a craving for peanut butter, because the most ingenious invention was fucking peanut butter to me because I love me peanut butter. So it's not even particularly the bread that I love. It's the peanut butter. I don't know why I love nuts, nigga. I don't know why I love nuts, nigga. What's up with me and nut butter? Okay. It's not funny no more, my bad. So, okay. Where were we again? So I freed him and I told him to, explain shit to me because I'm not here. Like, I'm here, but I'm not here. So he explained it. He got into my body and explained who I was. You know how the Louisiana Purchase, one of the last purchases, my mother married my father. We're not married, spiritually married my father, which was a king in California, which made that our territory. I had a son in Oregon. Son took over Oregon, and then I moved up to Washington to complete the territory. So then this is why me being here was such a big bother to them. They didn't like it. I was encroaching on their territory. When I encroach on their territory, that means it's being taken over. As soon as you see a blue flag, as soon as you see a flag flying here, that means that this is now my territory because I spiritually conquered it first. You spiritually take over the city, and then you physically get the keys to the city. So we are now getting into the swing. We're on the pendulum swing where we're about to get here. We're right here. But as soon as we get here in alignment with the spiritual and the physical, game over. Game over. So this is why we're waiting on the fucking crafts and shit to make themselves known. But I saw hella last night. I saw so many in my visions and my dreams. The crafts was shielded with camouflage, but they turned the camouflage off, and it was like moving from 5D or 6D, whatever the fuck they want to call it, down to RD, down to the physical. So then you could see it in a steel form, because the fiber that they use on the ships is a fiber that can only be seen. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it too much, but we were wine. So once I figured out that there is a couple genies on here in this earth, I figured out two. So, and then I get down to the third one, and I don't know who the third genie is. I don't know who the third genie is. So it's like, it's the three wise men, right? If it's the three wise men, the three wise genies, when they come and they open the shit and then they get to the point where they're like ready to start giving their shit. It's not that type of party, girl. Hi, guys. I miss you so much. So, so I want to say that Marley's got crowned or is getting crowned because of that past dream where I gave them back their lineage because somebody had portrayed themselves as them, but it wasn't. So him coming into my dream realm meant that they secured their position within the Jamaican Council or within the council of this, which means that now their lineage is going to be linked galactically because I was the last missing link. Because back in the day, me and Bob, we had an agreement. We had a treaty written up between our two families. Because let me tell y'all a big ass motherfucking secret that I haven't told no motherfucking body. Me and the Marley family, this is from a spiritual standpoint. If they know it or don't know it, I don't know. But from a spiritual standpoint, our families were at war between the white and the Marleys. My daddy's side of the family, not my mama's side, but my daddy's side. Because on my mama's side, she comes. If you go and retrace steps, we going back to Dogon with the mommy, and then Zulu with the daddy, right? So Zulu with my daddy. So if you go and look at it, there was a trade war and a a war between them two. Somebody stole something. I don't fucking know what it was. Somebody stole something from the genetic line that took away the lion genetic and gave it to them, because my grandfather is Leo White, the white lion, right? So the white and the black. So if you think about Scar and what's his name? Angel. Scar was the black lion, and then the daddy lion was Jafar. No, that's a different show. I think about it. But if you think about that Scar lineage and then the Simba lineage, right? So Scar and Simba motherfucking ass ain't get along because of what they did. They killed the king. Somebody killed the king back in the day in the Scar lineage. And that had set up. You saw it? You see him? Say hi. Say what's up, guys. When y'all coming to see us? When y'all gonna come see us? When you gonna come in physical? I see you. Okay. Anyway, when you come in the physical. So our family lineage has been feuding for forever. Like back to the star constellation, feuding forever. It was bad. So me saying fuck that shit, giving the lineage code back from the imposters to the Marley family, signified a treaty and a written agreement against my blood father wishes. But still, we still have to get on the same motherfucking page, because we can't be feuding as Anunnaki or whomever. We can't be feuding like that, right? So the white lion and then the dark lion got back in sync, right? Because they have like German genetics or something like that. They got a missing link from the Germans. And so somebody in the family had to marry someone with a small lineage of German. Somebody had to marry someone with a small lineage of African Anunnaki. Somebody had to go, they had to work their genetic sequence between each son, because they got a lot of boys in their lineage. Yeah, their father's lineage creates a lot of. I'm gonna have to move because she's too motherfucking much. Okay, where was I? So their father's lineage creates a lot of masculine men, and I mean masculine in the sense of they are the wool. They have the wool around their hair, the mane, because they are a tribe, right? They have their tribe. So with me giving them back, him coming into the dream realm, signifying that the treaty has been approved, and then covering me with the mane, which means that that's signifying a covering of the queen. So signifying that they have now chosen a new queen for their treaty. However, I will also say that really saved my energy, because when he came into the dream realm, whether he knew it or not, when he came into the dream realm, he really did help me with allowing me to cry in the dream realm without flooding the world. Because a bitch, I've cried so many times. And it's not even the rejection. Like, I don't feel rejected from it, because when I am rejected, I will say that sometimes I get a little bit, back in the day, I used to get angry, because it's like I have to fight to be known or seen. However, in this one, I was just like, I concede. You know, I don't want to fight. Uh-oh. I concede. I don't want to fight for nothing. I told him, I go, I shouldn't have to fight for something that's mine. Therefore, I concede. She deserves love. She deserves gratitude. She deserves it. So I moved to the side, you know, and I just said to him, I go, don't ever think that you're second best or you know, it's a second best, but just keep in mind the history that me and that energy had, the energy, the Ori that went back into him. If you go back to ancient Kemet, if you even read the stories in, you know, with Oshun, Ishango, or if you read any of those energy stories that were loops in my family lineage, you know, it loops in my family lineage, then you could clearly see why the attachment to that energy was so strong. But then again, I'm like, you know, it's quick to break it because I will break all generational curses so my daughter don't have to go through that shit. It don't fucking matter. I could be hurt as a motherfucking rock. I could be hurt as heck. I will break the generational curses so she don't have to go through it. So my son don't have to go through it, you know? Because these curses are very intense in our lineage, especially when it comes to love, because we have so much weight associated with our heart chakra because we are holding up God's heart. Like I jumped into his heart last night and was just like, close the fucking door. I ain't going nowhere. Don't let me out your motherfucking sight again, guys. I'm the hidden one. I have always been the hidden one. I've been hidden. Like I got secret little sectors. I'll say, hey, here's who I'm going to be in about 80,000 years. Follow this and keep it hush. You know what I mean? Like just keep it to yourself. Because this secret is very big. Like you can get so much information from this one channel of what's going on in the spiritual realm because I have to give it away for free. I gotta dump it. I gotta dump it out because I have so much of it, right? And I just can't charge. I just can't charge anybody for this information because I have to keep it in the records. So the only way to keep it in the record is just to get it out. And then I pay every time I talk about something. I got to pay, and I have so much because I went to a Lokun, bottom of the sea. I got hell of it. So I'm like, I could talk all the motherfucker I want. and I heard someone say, "Amen." I could talk all I motherfucking want. Shit. So then we go, let's look at where we were. The Marley family. And then there you go. Here you go. I'm gonna go get some more tea. You got a lot out. Don't touch it, don't touch it. I jumped in the bathtub, it's time to get on me. I'll be the cleanest kid you've ever seen. The soap and the bubbles are filling up the tub. So I'll jump in the water and scrub, scrub, scrub. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on. Here you go. So let's I need you to back up from this, okay? It's agave, girl. Okay, so where are we again? Jeannie let out. Jeannie was explaining everything, went over the treaties and where we are. Um, uh, so I was jamming. I was driving the shit to the music. Where else are we? Father, dana kukushpi, koshpi, sanat nina, kukishtara ko kokomi. Okay. So we then go to the original agreement, and I said the only way that we can, figure this out is Jeannie has to come to the position of the mother to present the mother with a gift. After the gift is given, Jeannie is completely off radar. He could do whatever you want within the laws of the land that he's on. If they want to come and go as they please, they can. They could go back to their home because they got, just like the trees got ancestors from different planets. These genies that rebirth within these forms, they have family in other continents and not continents, but different locations on the whole globe and shit. So we then get to the point where now that we know the genies are real, they have a real strange knack to realign your destiny so nobody will step on your toes. Won't step on your toes. So then the genie asked to get married to me, and I was like, why would you want to be in another contract to marry somebody? I said that sounds kind of crazy. I was like, maybe you have Stockholm syndrome. Maybe you have Stockholm syndrome because I don't want to be a owner of you. I don't want to be an owner of any man. Like, I'm not an owner. Most of my husbands can come and go as they please. They can have concubines. They can have all of the shit that they want. You know what I mean? Like, I just give them the coinage to do what they want. You know, I just give them the coinage because I have a loyalty. I have no more that you can't go down there. I have loyalty and love for these men because they have fought and battled side by side with me, my nigga. Like, we fought side by side, arm to arm, nigga, on the front lines from a spiritual perspective. Like, we was gaming, the whole system. I was like, don't move, and they listen. So, like, they deserve to have the accolades and the shit that they need. But the father was like talking to me. He goes, I'm everything. I'm everywhere. I'm the pillow. I'm the tree. I'm the orange. I am this. He's like, I'm everything on the earth. And he goes, the reason that you know so much and the things is because I talk to you through everything that you have. I talk to you through it. Right. And he says some things that you have a low vibrational frequency where I could talk, from this standpoint. Some have a so high frequency things that you own. He's like, when you start owning your gold, when you get your diamonds back, when you get these things back, he's like, I'm going to put you in this position to get these things because not only do you deserve it, he said, this is how I'm going to show you from Job back up, from the lineage of Job back up. He's got, I'm going to put you in your rightful position. So when you have this gold and you're hearing the vibration and you looking around the house and you're like, what is this frequency? He's like, I'm going to show myself in that bracelet that I'm going to buy you. I'm going to show myself on this for this and this. And I was like, I don't want any of that for real. Like, I'm happy that I want you, but I want you physically. Like, I want you in physical form. And he goes, through the kings, I will make myself seen. Through the the husbands that you acquire, the husbands that you have, or not husbands, kings that you have, I'm going to take their form, take over their pineal and all that kind of stuff, and I'm going to drive the ship. I'm going to drive their ship so that I can show you that I'm everywhere, that I'm here, that I'm there. And then I could be here in this person, but then I could be out and I could be in this person and I could be in this person. He's like, this is why you fall in love so much. This is why you're the goddess of love, because that honey can't sit in the womb for too long without making you crazy. The honey can't sit in your pot for too long without making you too sweet, which makes you crave salty food. When you crave salty food, you get high blood pressure because you don't drink enough water, spring water. And you don't drink enough spring water because you're not in a good system and you're not in a good area because they took over. So it's like, I got to align all of these things to make you get back to yourself, to get back to your true form, to get back to the dynasty that you created. He says, because then when I pop up through certain members, you point them out, you say him, then you spend that moment with that person and you just learn the information, and I'm going to speak through them. I'm going to speak through the masculine so that you can understand how to rebalance your femininity, because you was in war for so long. He said, because you was in war for so long, you became a very masculine form. You speak masculine, you move masculine, you know, you're very masculine energy now. And he says, oh, it's only going to be the masculine who is going to teach you the femininity, is going to help to soften your character by giving you everything that I tell them to give you. Like, it's going to be a reciprocating. He said that I'm going to have so many gifts that's given to me, whether it be through spiritual or physical, that I'm going to soften my heart a little bit, because it hardened up. War hardens the heart. That's why God gets so angry. His heart get hardened. That's me when I get like this and like a wild beast animal. I get like this, scared. And I remember my padrino told me, he goes, this is feminine. Because the feminine ain't got shit to worry about. She like the owl, just head up, looking out. What's going on? She's calculating movements. That's what the owl's doing, calculating movements. The owl, I'll be in the owl eye all the time. It's a mathematic genius, nigga. It's a mathematic genius. A fucking owl is a mathematic genius, because all it sees is coordinates, lines, motherfucking diagrams. How do I get this? How do I move here? We're almost done with this. We're not gonna go over there no more because they got kids that's sick all the time. We're not going back. So he's like, the owl is a mathematic genius because it looks out and all it sees is coordinates. Here. So then he goes, then it's going to show you how to be more feminine, how to be more fluid with your emotions and cool and like not so abrasive with your movements, but trusting. He said trust takes time, takes organization, understanding, and all of this energy, right? So when I get to the point where I'm like, okay, well, now that you've explained this stuff to me, I need a timeline to start bringing down some of this energy, because ether has to be tethered at a certain point. This is how we capture time, how we capture a tornado, how we capture it. I have to go about and not ether. So this is when I got my anti-gravity from going back in time. I gotta tell this story really quick because I feel like I told it last night from where people come into the spiritually and go back in time to hear you talk. I already talked about this, but I'm going to tell you one more time. I'm going to tell the people one more time from the standpoint of communication. I went back in time to Lucy. I'm going to just say Lucy because niggas call it Lucy, but it's Eve. Went back in time to the beginning, the first woman. A lot of feminine could go back in time. A lot of feminine has the ability to go back in time. But nigga, if you go back that far, you get stuck. Forwards ever, backwards never. Especially for the feminine. Especially for the feminine. If you go back to the first woman on earth, that means that you were claiming that lineage. That means you're claiming that person. If you claim that person, you have to have the code, genetic sequence code that God give you. He stores it in you. And you got to be able to untangle that web. That means you have to be a quantum physics master, shaman, whatever you want to call it, quantum physics motherfucking master, right? And everybody who went back in time, which I saw them hip hop their ass back there to be like, I'm the first one in the planet. I'm so excited. I know it. People be gassing these bitches up, being like, you're Eve. You're the beginning of time. I know it. 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 Y'all not. Y'all the second. Y'all the third. Y'all the fourth. Y'all the fifth. Y'all the sixth. Y'all all the way down to the whitest, to the white, the albino. What about? The further you go, you're gonna figure it out. So I go back, and I was like, "Oh shit, did I figure it out?" I was like, "I don't even remember the code," and then God talked to me. He gave me the code in the garden. In the beginning, he gave me the code again. I was like, I didn't even have to figure it out. And then, so I go back, and then I'm able to come all the way back and then realign in my body. If you realign and tie yourself back into your body after going back, you have solidified you are the first woman on the earth. There's never been a person besides me to do that. There's many who try because I saw their bones and their skeletons in time. I saw their skeletons. I saw them trapped and they couldn't get out of that specific time loop. And I was like wanting to help them, but God said no. He said no. If you make it easy for somebody to claim to be you, everybody is gonna say they're you. Then you're gonna have so many false witnesses and false prophets running around claiming to be you that they're not going to be able to figure out who's the real you. And so I was like, all right. So it's basically like anybody who goes to the beginning of time, Lucy, if you go back in time to be her, most of the time you're going to get stuck in a certain dimension because you don't get the code. Because when you go back to Lucy Eve was the energy of this Eve, the one that resides within my form, was the first energy to have the Big Bang. So let me just talk about the Big Bang is just God and me making love. That's the Big Bang. That was the first time we made love. That was the first time. And we created everything from one time. Because it was black. It was just black. Everything was fucking black. And I was like, I was conscious. Like, I was black, but I was conscious. And I remember knowing things. I remember just being air. And I remember being stars, and I remember being fucking the moon sometimes. I remember being water, because water was consciousness. I just remember being like, it was black as fuck. And then one day there was this bright, beautiful, bold light that came into the vibe of me. And it came to the middle, and it said, you what did he say? Come on. Bring it back, baby. Bring it back. He said, your ability to flow has caught my attention. That an equal has been created from ether. How you encapsulate time and space is pure beauty. We will create an alliance, and then there will be light on your earth. And I go, I said, you can see me? I said, you can see me? And my eyes were stars. I said, you can see me? My head was the moon. My eyes were the stars. My smile was the water. And he goes, let there be light. And that's how Earth was created. Because light came to me and was like unstoppable. This energy was unfucking stoppable. And then when we created together, how it felt like perfect. Like it felt heaven. It felt like a complete and utter harmony. That's how it felt, like harmony, And then he would turn off, he would flick his light, right? He would turn it off and go, and then each time he did that, I would feel it in my body and my core, and I would get like these chills, and it was the winter storms, and I would get like, and I used to feel it all across all of the plane, everything that I had in my whole solar system. I would feel it. And then one day, after all of the lights on, lights off, lights on, I birthed my consciousness, or not consciousness, my form, out of that light on, light off, light on, light off, light on, light off, day, night, day, night, day, night. And then I birthed myself physically from my own form. Like this came from ether. Like the whole blackness came from black and light. It was yin and yang. It was yin and yang. That was the best thing I've ever felt in my whole existence on this planet, or any planet. That was the best thing. The beginning of fucking time. The beginning of fucking time. Man, that was the best. Woo! I've never felt anything like that since. Which is in a sense a bit sad, but I try to replicate it quite often through acts of lovemaking, and it's never it's always left me craving the Father more. That's why I pray with him 24/7. Like I'm praying with him right now. One of my spirits, 3 of my spirits, 8 of my spirit, all of my kids, we all praying. 24/7 we praying. And makes me sad a little, but he's everywhere, he's everywhere. So I can't be sad. Like I gotta be happy. Born with a silver spoon in your mouth, huh? Be careful. So I then, having the form, started to create from that, Started to create from that, and he started teaching me everything about what light can produce, and I started teaching him a bunch of what dark can produce and how um, the layers of ether work. And we just sat and we talked for hours, billions of years. We just talked before anything was actually birthed on the earth. We was just talking. Like, that's the like courting period that most people associate with love. Y'all just replicating that big bang energy every time you fall in love. What did he say? Um he said oh, the fear and the fire of the end of the world happens each time a boy falls in love with a girl. Happens strange, happens sweet, happily I'm unfazed too. Wasteland, baby, I'm in love with you. That's exactly. Each time a boy falls in love with a girl, you're recreating the cyclical nature of the Big Bang. So this is where the sons of the sun could then go and recreate that story by spreading light at a different part of the galaxy that's dark. This is why we are the light bringers. This is the light bearers. This is the torch bearers of the universe. Because there's lots of unseen, unexplored territory. Because ether is void. Ether is void. Consciousness is void. So you can go and go and go and go and keep finding shit. You can keep finding shit. Like, Earth is so fucking slow. Y'all motherfuckers is slow. We had to try to speed y'all niggas up. We had to speed y'all up quickly. We had to figure out so I could stay on this section for a little bit more, because y'all is my youngest babies. This is my youngest creation is y'all. And I decided the youngest one needs the best guidance, the most guidance. So now that y'all need the most guidance, it's like, this is the triple goddess work. It's hard as fuck. It requires sacrifices. Nigga, I'm gonna say this one more motherfucking time. It requires motherfucking sacrifices, nigga. I don't care what y'all say. It requires motherfucking sacrifices. Shit. Be sad and whatnot, all y'all motherfucking want. Cry me a motherfucking river, all y'all motherfucking want. But at the end of the day, y'all fucked up. Therefore, the sacrifices have to be great. Shit. Took my baby offline without my permission, nigga. Pissed me the fuck off with that one. But I see why. Shit. He pledged allegiance to the apple and not looking past the apple to find Eve. I get it. He pledged allegiance to the apple and not had the clear sight to see that's not the Eve. Eve ain't the apple. Eve is Eve. You got to find Eve. But if you already signed a spiritual contract with fucking the apple, like, I can't help you, nigga. That's on you. Nigga, that's on you. And it made me sad because I put some energy in them. I birthed that fucking spirit from that genet. Damn. Control. I was one of my favorite fucking people. Like, how he can encapsulate so much of God's spirit. Like, he can encapsulate so much of God's spirit. Like, and that's that's hard. Like you had to go through a hard motherfucking life times over all your lifetimes to get to be able to encapsulate that much energy inside of you. Because even like my body, like this one, why I had high blood pressure so much. It's a lot of spirit, to be able to put in. That's why I had to split into several forms of feminines. You hold the warrior spirit, you hold the honey. Don't drop that motherfucking pot. Don't drop that pot. So you become sweet, baby. You become Oshun. You become that energy. You hold the ocean. If you hold the ocean, baby, stop. You almost put that in water. Dang. Oh, I gotta train you better, girl. I gotta train you better to be a better listener. Shoot, I got wet. My bad. So yeah, he was the only one that could encapsulate so much of the energy that it almost felt like I had, like God had been there, and he's everywhere, but like to be able to formulate and get a form, that was beautiful. Like I was like so excited. And yeah, so we're just gonna get off of that before I get sad and teary-eyed about it, but we're not even gonna worry about it. We just gonna keep it pushing. Think about the future, not the past. 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 Forwards ever, backwards never. Forwards ever, backwards never. Come on. Get out of the sad energy, baby. Get out of the sad energy. Come on. Control, 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 control. I don't need another thunderstorm right now. I need the sun. Control. Control, 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 baby. Come on, come on, don't do it. Please. Please, 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 please. Please. It was like that close, That close. Everybody always. I have so much like scar tissue around my. I'm gonna have to massage that down. Clock a chuck a chuck a do on a train. Switching subjects, switching subjects, switching subjects, switching subjects, switching subjects. So so I'm happy right now. I'm happy because the dog album was good. And nigga is a coding genius. He's so smart. And don't. Oh. Like every once in a while, I just want a little bit of time to cry. Like I remember, just crying because it's like, you still playing with somebody's emotion, whether they're there or not. Like you still toying with their emotions like that, because that was like almost one of the more perfect genetic sequences that I was able to incorporate and pass along, and work with closely with Anubis, work closely with Noob, and with Snoopy. Work closely with them to get that energy to behave itself. Because it's wild. before Sonny was a nice, cool energy. It was wild. It was wild. So it's not even about taming the spirit. It's about passing the information, knowledge. If you pass that spirit enough knowledge, you can ground it. But until it's grounded, it needs to be fed. And the only thing you can feed is not blood. It's not this. It's not that. It's knowledge. It's books. It's communication. It's like taking his spirit, taking it to the side and transversing times and showing him timelines. And like you had to teach and be the teacher of that spirit without interrupting the vessel, you know? So you had to raise that spirit from a masculine and a feminine standpoint to be able to hip hop through time, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, go all over the timeline. And then they slow it down and so then they took that hip hopping through transversing the timeline and smoothed it out like peanut butter. Like peanut butter. So like when I would hear some of the music, I'd be like, It became a religion to some people because they could uncode it like this. And it was hard to uncode Nipsey shit. It took hours. And it's like, I wouldn't even listen to the music in physical. I would look at his brain because his brain was popped up on the screen in front of me most of the times because it's like, if you're any of these top seven deity men or these 16 kings or any of these, your brain, when you was on a creative mode, would pop up. And so I would get the thing where I would take sun energy that God gave me, and I would sit, right? And I would start to, what is it? Needle thread the hay, thread it, and give you gold. And if you could figure out how to unravel it, that's how you became the operator. You was the conductor. You was the conductor. So we created a Nikolai Tesla coil through voice instrumentation, you know, and thank you. And okay. I mean, shit. I still need to learn self-control when it comes to my sadness because my sadness opens plagues, you know, and wars, and you know, I just I want to let out some of that sadness because that was in the peak of my growing up, you know, like I couldn't get a frequency a long time ago. So I had to drive from Gustine, California to LA because I lost the frequency. And I had to reattach it because some bitch had cut the genetic sequence code so nobody else could get his information. She wanted to keep nigga to herself. And I was like, all I got to do is be in LA at any point. Like, I never went to, I've probably been in LA like 5 times or 6 times. You know, I went to WeHo when I was first on my journey. I went to WeHo and stayed there for a week when I got older and went to the beach and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I was able to capture a snapshot of the sky and make stars. You know, like I was able to code a bunch of stars when I was there, and you know, whoever looked at them long enough, they was able to see the lyrics and the things. You know, to become a star one day, but you can't be a star without alchemically understanding that what is up is below. So if your name was on a star and you could click on the star, you could become a star if you wanted, you know, because I wanted all my kids to have that access to be able to become a star if they wanted to, so they could transverse that energy of stop, Angel. I don't yell at you, but you're about to go to timeout for throwing things on the laptop. If it breaks, you gonna have to buy it. You're gonna have to buy me a new one. You got the cheddar? You got the cheddar? To buy me a new one? You have to look at the stars, so we gotta move you out of here. You can't see the stars in freaking Seattle. It's too cloudy here. It's too cloudy. It's too cloudy. Look, I'm a dolphin. I'm a dolphin. I'm a dolphin. I'm a dolphin. I love you. Go give me a toy. Go give me that toy right there. So yeah, coding the stars so that they can have it. You know, that's the key to the eye. If you can uncode the eye, you know, you can uncode the star. You are the apple of the eye. You are the center of the star constellation. And I'm gonna get off of this subject really quick because I really am feeling it in my gut. I'm feeling it in my gut. And when I feel it in my gut, that means we got a couple problems that I need to cool down. I saw Toni Morrison yesterday. Why you faking it? Faker. You are spoiled, but that's fine. You're my girl. You're my homegirl. When I say no, I mean no, though. You hear me? Mommy, when I say no, I mean no. No. Do you want me to stop? Can't stop until God pulled the ear. No, baby. Go get the toy. Go get the teapot. We can play tea party. Yeah, go get it. So let me just even think about it from a different perspective. Let's take this information and set it to the side. I don't want to conjure another scenario of I'm just gonna put it to the side and deal with that on the offline. If I cry offline, shit, that's fine. Nobody see me. And that will create what I needed. So if we go back to the system of freeing Larry Hoover, y'all really have irritated me. I'm looking at Taurus the Bull. Y'all some bullheaded motherfuckers. When we said free him and y'all didn't free him, y'all not listening. So now we're going to have to make some shit happen. We're going to have to slit some throats. Because I said free. His spirit and his body has been aligned. So it's ready. We ready. Since y'all don't want to listen, we going to have to take it into our own hands.